welcome back to another edition of Brandon Replay, a week after homecoming 2021. My name is Greg Norman, your host. We check in with a variety of coaches this week. We cover soccer. I think we're involved in tennis, a little bit about this fall season, and we certainly spent some time with varsity football coach Brad Zuby, who's facing a slew of injuries from this past few weeks, making it difficult. Brad's football team lost 2 in a row, first time in his 6 years here at Brandon High School. And he's only lost 3 times at home, and one of them was this past week, a tough 20-17 loss to Corunna. Boys are back. The Blackhawks are back on the train again this week, hosting Flushing. Should be an interesting game. Kind of see where they are at 5-2. It's not gloom and doom to push the button yet. We've got some kids coming back, and we'll talk to all of those guys. We cover some tennis, some soccer, and a little bit of cross country. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a second. Welcome back to Brandon Replay. We're with Brandon High School football coach Brad Zuby. Brad, a couple of losses in a row, which I think is the first time at home for you, and I think it's only the third time at home for a loss at home since you've been there in 6 years.
Yeah, it's the first time we've ever lost back-to-back football games in our league. Yeah, only our third regular season loss at home in 6 years. So
can I start over? I need to get your head up higher in the picture because all I see is your
name.
Yeah,
sorry. I got my there we go.
There you go. Let me start over.
Books propped up. Yep.
Welcome back to Brandon Replay. We're talking with Brandon football coach Brad Zuby. Brad coming off a disappointing 20-17 loss to Corunna, team that probably under normal circumstances you'd win, but we're going to get into that. But Brad, this is, I believe, 2 losses in a row, which is the first time in 6 years you've been here, and only the third loss at home. The fans have gotten used to winning, and it's homecoming to boot. So I guess talk a little bit about the game, because we're going to talk about the injuries, and it looks like a hospital list. It's crazy.
Yeah, I sent you a little list earlier today when we were talking, before the show, and yeah, it's just like something we've never seen before. I don't know what to attribute it to other than bad luck maybe, but we lost two more starters on Friday night, one to a broken ankle and one to a broken collarbone, and I mean these are just bad breaks, and I think that gets us up to 9 or 10 day one starters, and a handful of them are two-way guys, and we really haven't got any of them back yet. So it's just been mounting on us this year, and it's been a tough go.
You're not going to get. Are you going to get anybody back? That's of the starters.
We'll see. We're hoping that Dylan Dickens is nursing that shoulder separation, and we're hoping that that heals in time to get him back on the field. And some of the guys with the fractures in place, it's just waiting on some bones to heal, and you can't get cleared until it is. And just kind of a waiting game right now. And we're definitely down some guys.
I'm not a believer in paradigms where it's, next man up, especially if you've only got 10 guys and you got 7 guys on the bench. But I just want to read this. Quarterback out since week 3. Best back separated his shoulder, still out 3.5 games. Wide receiver cornerback broke his collarbone. Starting linebacker collarbone out since the first of the week. Starting nose tackle out for chickenpox. I don't know how they get chickenpox at this point in days, but you get what you get. And starting linebacker and backup fullback, he's likely out with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
Not to mention various other bumps and bruises. At what point do you, and I'm not saying you throw in the towel, but at what point is it safe to play?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, right? You almost have to, I don't know, the coaching staff is doing the best they can to get kids ready. And it's like, you go into individual time and you send guys off. Okay. The receivers are today there, the receivers went, the offensive line went, the backs went, you looked over and there's 3 kids at the receivers group and there's 4 kids at the back group. And, honestly, one thing that's been our offensive line is a strong suit for us this year. And those guys have stayed together and, knock on wood, stayed healthy. And, we've been able to develop some guys and just get some guys ready, and a lot of guys doing different things that, there were some guys that we thought would be developmental players this year and learn as the season goes on. And they've just been kind of thrown into the fire. And, we were right there in that football game. We lost by 3 points to a, Corunna team that had some very talented skill players. And, we were right there till the very end. And, officiating didn't help us in some spots either on Friday night. And we had a touchdown that we thought was a touchdown that got ruled an interception on the play that, our kid lost the collarbone on that would have put us up 14-0. And that was unfortunate. I understand the way they saw it and they understand the way we saw it. It went the way it is, but you got to move on from that stuff and brush it off. And, we told the kids, hey, we're 5-2. We're not 2-5. We've got football left ahead of us, and we've got to just, keep rallying the troops and keep getting guys to step up and just keep playing football. And hopefully we get some guys back. And, not all is lost here. So, when the season isn't over yet, and there's things to be had here, and we want to keep on keeping on. So on we go. Flushing comes in.
You got a lot of inexperience at this point. And I want to talk about the game in Flushing, but I just want to hit a couple points. Yeah. Does the playbook get smaller just because you've got a
it's almost, it's almost like you're back to a summer installation period where you want to see what the guys are comfortable with and what they run well, and then go from there. And as they pick up on it, we can pick it up. But the freshman quarterback, like you said, it's one of those things where we've had these guys with us all summer, so we've been putting stuff in, and these guys have gotten reps during the summer, and now they're just catching up and getting more of them now. So we're not trying to hold back too much. We're just trying to make things fit a little bit, and maybe we're hitting more singles and doubles than we are home runs, and keeping the chains moving. And same thing on defense, just trying to be sound in our fits and our techniques, and understand where the opponents are going to attack us, and go from there.
Does emotion change for you coaching? Is it more reassuring and let's go guys, without sort of giving up the idea that that where you are, or is it just business as usual?
Yeah, no, we've had some rally calls this week and some rally cries, and just getting the guys to, like I said, understand, hey, we got a lot of football left ahead of us if we want it. We're going to make playoffs, and we're a good team, and we've got guys, the more you guys play, the better you're going to get. And let's just, do what we can to keep playing ball. It's a great group, it really is. And I really love this group of kids, and we've been together a long time. And you feel for them because you see the pain in their eyes, and you know what this team, what we thought we had going into the year, and you talk to the opposing coaches in our league, and they know what we were going into the year. And but we're still playing ball, and we got off. We put ourselves in a position by going 5-0 out the gate to have more football in front of us, and we were. Even in the condition we were in, we had a lead on Goodrich in the second half last week, and we had a lead in late in the fourth quarter against Corona. So we're close, and it's just we just got to keep battling. We're okay. Don't feel sorry for us, Brandon. We're okay.
I guess my point to it is, at this point, with the way the roster looks, cliches don't work. It's got to be, look somebody in the eye from a coaching perspective.
Yeah,
just
it's your turn. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You came out to play football. Now you're playing football. Let's go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to last question about last week, and I kind of want to move on. Does it hurt a little more because it's homecoming?
Yeah. First one of those we've ever lost here, So like I said, we haven't lost a lot of games here, man. We've been a 7-8 win outfit, the entire time we've been here. So, to lose 2 in a row, and you never want to disappoint the home crowd. That's one thing we take a lot of pride in, playing at home, and we had a great crowd there. We have awesome. Ortonville's a special place. It's a great community. And, since I've been here, the folks in town have really rallied around the football team. We have a great student section. I get alumni parents that are coming back every week and cheering us on. And I get text messages every Friday from a group of dads whose kids haven't played for me in 2-3 years. And they just, every Friday, I know when they're coming in to wish me luck and see how the team's doing. And, I got alumni dads working the chain gang, and, people just want to be a part of what we're doing. So it's been nice here. It's been special. And, we unfortunately we didn't get the homecoming win, but there's more wins to be had.
How many kids you addressed for on Friday against Flushing?
We should be about 25, I hope.
Okay, so you're not in the teens yet, so that's at least you can still scrimmage. I mean, you can still scrimmage, right? There was a we're a little light. We're a little under the 25 number today with some kids out sick too and some other things going on, but we'll be all right. Don't worry about us. There was a story in the Free Press, which I just thought remarkable, is that there's a little over 700 high school football teams in the state of Michigan. This year, over 200 teams are dressing less than 20 players at the high school level. That's I find that amazing to me.
Yeah.
It's the nature of maybe the pandemic, and it is what we are, but Flushing's coming to town. Talk a little bit about them and what their record is on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, they're a 3-4 team right now on the other side of the bracket, and the other side of the bracket has been, very closely contested in that upper enrollment division this year. So there's been a lot of teams just knocking each other off, and that Linden and Fenton game went to overtime. If Linden would have won, there would have been a 5-way tie for first place in that conference out of 6 teams, right? So a lot of parity over there. They are, they have a new head coach over there. Their defensive coordinator took over this year, so they new staffing too. They're a veer team at their core, but they're doing a lot of different things now. They used to be a 75% veer team. Here comes the dive, here comes the keep, here comes the pitch, and it's not as much of that anymore. They're doing some more spread concepts and doing some more spread run concepts and some more zone read and jet read stuff, and so they're a little bit different look. They've got a pretty explosive athlete at quarterback and at running back. They've got some nice players over there. Defensively, they're pretty athletic. They run kind of like a modified 4-4 and move some guys around. And they got some dudes. So they're the biggest. I think they're the biggest school in our conference. So they've got a numbers advantage on us for sure. But we've had some fun games with them over the years. We've had a lot of back and forth games when we used to be in conference with them. We always had some fun ones. So should be fun. Make a game of it.
Longtime members of what was then the Big Nine, which was a solid conference. Grand Blanc Powers. That obviously the whole conference has changed. It's no longer there. Flushing used to be Power, but they've faded. I think over the last 5, 6, 7 years.
They had they had a year not too long ago, a couple of years ago, where they were in the semifinals. And they were right there. They had the year, I think it was Livonia. One of the Livonia schools made it out, and they were Franklin. Franklin made it to the state finals, and they were right there. I think they lost to Franklin by a field goal. So they've had their ups and for sure. So they're always a competitive team. Their kids get after it. So
okay, this is in your mind. This is winnable. Is Flushing as talented as either Corunna or Goodrich?
For sure. Yeah, they are. Yep. Okay.
So it'll be another good game on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got some guys that they can play ball for sure.
Looking ahead, you have to be 6-3, 7-2, or 5-4, or all three of those combinations get you in.
Yeah, the playoff format has changed now, and you can get a pretty good look. There's no more bubble teams where you don't know what your division is anymore. So the field for Division 4 is already set. There's 64 teams, and the top 32 are going to make the playoffs. And looking at the points and running the numbers, I think we're in pretty good shape where we sit right now. But obviously, if you want to play a home game, and you want to get yourself a higher seed and not end up, going to play a 1 seed in the first round, we have to take care of some business on our end. So I think that the Blackhawks are going to be back in the playoffs for a 7th straight season here now. But we want to win some games along the way here. We don't want to back in. You never want to back in. Does Flushing's 3-4 record hurt your chances if you don't score a lot of points? No, because the new playoff format awards you, it's a greater award for beating schools that are bigger than you. So with those guys being 2 classes bigger than us, it's an opportunity for us to pick up some extra points. And where's Holly in terms of record? Holly is they're sitting at I believe 1-6 right now. Okay, so back to what Holly used to be. They're gonna compete, and it's a rivalry game, and with the shape I'm sure with us being a couple miles apart from each other, they probably know the shape we're in, with what we got right now. So they'll be chomping at the bit, I'm sure, to close their season out. That can make their year to beat us. So it's funny how rivalries have changed. Holly and Fenton were always rivals for years, and now it's I'm not even sure who Fenton rivals with. Probably Linden, I would think. Linden and Flushing, yeah. Well, good. Let's hope good things for Friday. Best of luck, and we will check in next week and see where we go. Yeah, stay healthy this week. That's the plan. Man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. See you, buddy.
Talking today with Gavin Lee of the Brandon varsity football team. Gavin, first of all, you've been having an amazing season playing at center for our team. But this recent switch of quarterbacks, you went through Micah got injured, now Dylan's injured. How's it changed your game?
We definitely had to change our pace up a little bit, our game plan. We had to add more linemen into the mix, not any receivers. Try to definitely run the ball a lot more than throw it until we get Lance a little bit more comfortable and situated with the offense.
Right, so Lance, your freshman quarterback, how's it been snapping for him? Do you feel the need to be more of a leader now that Micah and Dylan have both been injured? Or
there's definitely less margin of error. I definitely have to be more precise with my snaps. Him being a freshman, and also the size difference. It's a lot different snapping to a 5'11" quarterback than a 6'3", if you know what I mean.
So do you guys think you're become more reliant on your defense, or do you think that passing is still available with Lance?
I think we rely a lot more on our defense now because him being a freshman, great ball, great arm, but learning the offense definitely has been tough for him, learning the reads and stuff. But I mean, as an incoming freshman from middle school, it's nothing that we wouldn't
Totally
expect.
different pace of game. I mean, he's been doing very well, I think.
Completely.
Now, obviously, we've got to touch on this because, Micah did get injured, but then as soon as I interviewed Dylan, that Goodrich game, he goes down near the end of the first quarter with a shoulder injury, I believe. You just lost Micah. Now, losing Dylan in that moment, what were you going through mentally?
We were definitely concerned. He's definitely one of our top performers. He puts up a lot of yards for us, a lot of points on the board. But at the moment, we just had to rally and do the best we can with what we had. We've been short all season on players. We started out with, I think, 27, and now we're down to 20. Most of our key players, our starters are gone, but at this point, everybody's a starter. It's just rotational guys.
How do you personally prepare before a game?
I try not to think about it too much. I just try to have fun with it, think about the whole entire what I'm going to do. I don't really I don't game plan necessarily. I probably have a ritual that I do. I always wear a bandana. I don't know. It's just kind of my swag. But preparing for a game, it's always just it's a business trip. That's what I always think about. Just go in there, get your stuff down. You're not always going to be perfect, but you do what you can. You try to be not good enough, but I like to say I try to be great.
Do you like playing defense or offense more? I don't know if you get a lot of reps on defense, but
playing defense lately, we don't play it we don't revolve it around one person. We definitely have different fits for different players, but I like now going into the season where I definitely like playing offense more. It's a lot more easier for
making
me.
things happen.
Yeah.
Do you plan on playing in college? Anybody looking at you right now?
The college thing, I don't plan on playing football in college. If I do anything in college, it would be wrestling.
Well, Gavin Lee, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it. Good luck going forward with the season.
Thank you.
And we're your 2014 Spring Break host. Woo!
Hi, I'm here with Roxanne Marlowe, another young musician going to be playing in the Brandon Township Talent Show for Septemberfest.
To consider becoming a member of the Ortonville Community Historical Society.
Welcome everyone to Brandon High School's second annual Mr. Blackhawk Pageant.
I'm here with Coach Ackner. I'm the boys varsity tennis coach for Brandon High School. So we're in the later part of the season. Throughout the season, you've worked on many things. What skill or what thing that you guys have been working on do you think you've been most successful in this season?
I would say keeping the ball in play. I mean, each player has unique things we're working on specifically, but I would say keeping the ball in play, letting your opponent make mistakes, and really just playing effective, efficient tennis.
And did you see the, keeping the ball in play and letting the other person make mistakes? Did you see some of those things happen in leagues yesterday?
Yes, definitely. We had our four singles. David Montreal, he got a bye in his first round because he actually got a default from Fenton. Their four singles wasn't there, so he had his first round against Flushing, and Flushing's four singles was particularly tough. He was the first seed in the tournament, and just the signs of frustration from Flushing's four singles was very impressive. So he did a good job keeping the ball in play and giving him a good match.
I also know that Thompson went into overtime yesterday. Can you talk a little bit about how he played?
Yeah, he played really good. We a tough first set, lost 1-6, and then we had a really close tie break in the second set. Played really good, kept the ball in play. Ross is a very cerebral tennis player. He picks his shots well when he's in the zone, and he's really good tennis player.
And as we're reflecting back on the season, a little change in pace, COVID which, hasn't been prevalent in past tennis seasons.
Right.
It's prevalent this year, but, different mandates are starting to lift.
Yep.
How has that kind of affected your season, or has it at all?
I can't speak on last year because I wasn't here, but this year it hasn't really been a factor. We're outdoors, so the mandates are mostly indoors. It'll affect us if when we do conditioning in the off season, but other than that, we haven't really been affected by that. Other than some other teams might have been sticklers about who handles the balls in between changeovers and all that, but other than that, no, it's not really been a factor.
All right. You have regionals coming up very soon here.
Yep.
What do you anticipate for regionals?
I anticipate a good effort from the team. I anticipate some good close matches, hopefully a few W's and some flights, and good effort from the team.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck at regionals.
No problem. Thanks, Annalise.
All right, talking today with Ross Thompson, the Brandon boys varsity tennis team. So Ross, I know you used to swim for us and play baseball in the past. What got you into tennis?
My friends really got me into tennis. They asked me to do it, and I've really gained a love for it.
And how long have you been playing though?
This is my second year.
And you've enjoyed it?
Yeah, of course.
So you're currently on a 2-win streak, I take it. How do you like to prepare before a meet to make sure that you can play the best you can?
I usually don't eat or short before it, and I drink a lot of water and Gatorade.
Keep space in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yep.
So who's your next meet against?
My next meet is against Waterford Kettering.
And are you confident against a win?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
So do you enjoy playing singles or doubles?
Singles definitely, because it's all on me and not on a teammate, so it's my fault, not theirs.
What's your favorite part of a tennis match?
Probably if I win, that is definitely my favorite part.
And how do you deal with a loss in this sport?
I just kind of say okay and move on because it's nobody but my fault.
Do you plan on playing in the future or maybe going into college and playing?
Oh yeah, for sure. I really love the sport, and if I get a chance to go on and play it further, I would.
Great. Well, Ross, thank you for your time. Appreciate it, and good luck moving forward with the season.
Thank you.
We all assume that gun owners have a knowledge about gun safety, but that's not always the case. There are simple precautions that gun owners can take to make sure that their firearms don't pose a danger for our community. Proper firearm storage is the #1 way to prevent tragic accidents. Use a gun lock or store your firearms in a locked safe. Gun safes are available at local retailers. Free gun locks are available at your police department. Through responsible storage, we can do our part to invest in safety. Lock it up, Oakland. Safe storage saves lives.
Mental health disorders are serious and treatable conditions. Isolation, loneliness, and changes in behavior could be signs that someone you know is suffering from depression. Learn how to recognize when family or friends are in crisis and what you can do to help. Mental health does matter. Contact the Resource and Crisis Helpline with your concerns at 1-800-231-1127.
All right, we're talking today with Caden Holloway of the Brandon varsity soccer team. Caden, first off, coming off a 3-0 win from Holly, congratulations on that.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought win.
I understand you had a medical emergency about 2 months ago. You look fantastic, man. How are you feeling?
I'm definitely still feeling some effects from it. I can feel some muscle weakness, fatigue in my muscles in my legs a lot, but I really did make a almost full recovery.
That's good to hear.
I'm getting there, so yeah.
And how's it changed your outlook on soccer or on sports in general?
It really makes me appreciate not only the fact of what I used to be able to do, but the fact that I can still do that stuff. Waking up in the hospital bed and not being able to move my legs and not knowing whether I was going to be able to play this season
Must have been scary.
was pretty scary, and so now I know not to take that stuff for granted. Every minute of every game I need to appreciate, every practice, every time with my teammates, that could have all been taken away.
Right, you might not get another chance.
Yeah.
How do you like to personally prepare before a game?
Personally, I like to make sure that I'm in a calm mindset. I don't like to get too focused on the game because I feel like I start overthinking. I try to predict things that aren't probable to happen and all that. I like to just kind of go out there, play my game, just with a loose kind of attitude.
What's your ideal pregame meal?
The ideal pregame meal is 2 eggs, a cup of Greek yogurt, and a banana.
So light.
Yep, a nice light, and I try to eat that about 2 hours before the game.
So you got an away game at Owasso tonight, I take it. What are your thoughts?
I'm actually quite nervous. Owasso has a reputation for being not the best sports in the Flint Metro League, but looking at scores, goals against them, how they've been performing in the Flint Metro League, they have definitely improved this year from last year, and I'm nervous that me and some of the other teammates are overlooking them, playing them for 4 years and almost mercying them every single year.
You get a little overconfident?
Yes, I feel we might be walking this game too overconfident.
That's a responsible way to look at it.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have had a sound experienced squad here. Like you said, you've been playing with each other for a couple years now. How far do you guys think you guys are going to go in the playoffs this year?
It really depends on district finals, I believe. We play a Holly first round, and as you said, we just beat them 3-0. I think that game will be able to roll through. Right. We do have what I believe will be Lake Fenton next, and we ended up tying them earlier in the season, but it was a last-second goal. It was kind of just a letdown. Right. I don't think it will happen again. So if we beat them, then we'll most likely be playing Fenton in district finals. I think if we beat Fenton, we can make all the way to either regional finals or possibly states.
Well, that's good to hear, man.
Yeah.
Do you plan on playing in college in the future? Is anybody looking at you right now?
No, I don't. I haven't really gotten reached out from any schools, but I am planning on going, just try out for whatever college I'm at, most likely Central. I think I'll just go out there. They have a club team. I'll try out for their club team.
Just not too serious.
Yeah, not too serious. If I make it, I make it. Like, cool. If I don't, then that's when I'll start focusing on my career for the rest of my life.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Well, Caden, I appreciate your time, man, and good luck going forward with the season.
Yeah, thank you.
Want to thank Brad Zuby and all the coaches and athletes who came aboard for this week for Brandon Replay. We're getting into playoff time for fall. We wish them the best of luck, and we will bring you all of the action next week, including golfer from Brandon who made the state finals this past year. We'll talk a little bit with Coach Jason Rumble and just how well they did in their Division III tournament. We'll be back next week, so thanks for watching.